Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my original question.
Yes.
About him not having a picture of you,
yeah.
and yes,
He doesn't have it yet, but he will get it. It's just a matter of money. Because as I told you, just his face was 4.5.
Okay.
So all these things is money, but yes, he will put my name or my whatever he wants to put. But
I wanted
I'm
to
not,
get to that actually to say,
Yeah.
how did you guys get to that conclusion? Is it because you have a face of him on you, so he should have the same?
No.
Or how did you get to that? Welcome to the Safe Space Chats podcast with Madam Speaker. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. I would just love to mention from the very beginning that this episode has been sponsored by HydroQuench. You know what? They are sponsoring us for all our events, our podcast episodes, our women's conferences, our camps, our book launch. I mean, let me tell you something. Ne? HydroQuench, shame. You are the only people who are going to heaven. The rest of us, by grace, we will enter. And also, I would like to mention that all my outfits are sponsored by Crowned Lioness. You're more than welcome to follow them on Instagram. Just Crowned Lioness. Get yourself a nice dress, but make sure you are ready to pay because they don't play. And also, we are shooting live at Scent Studios. A big shout out to our home that is going to literally have to take us out of here via the police. If the police are not here, we are not going. All right? Thank you so much. So today, I'm not going alone as usual. There's always somebody sitting next to me. And I would love for our guest to introduce herself while we go straight into the episode of today. Hi, my darling.
Hi, Madam Speaker.
How are you?
I'm good. So my name is Taffy, and I'm a DSTV host. But also I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on YouTube as well. And yeah, man, I'm just a girl from Zim who came here a long time ago, did my primary and high school this side, did my tertiary this side as well. And then I'm like, you know what? This is home because this is where I was raised, you know, and it does say that it takes a village to raise a child. So you just feel at home here. So yeah, that's just a quick summary.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Just tell me a little bit about yourself, your upbringing, as Zim, growing up in South Africa,
Yes.
the cultural differences. How was that like? Were there any challenges, discrimination, or was it just all rosy or what?
Definitely challenges. You know, in school, right, there's a lot of bullies and kids are so brutally honest, you know. Kids would be like, yeah, when only gregamba or bankam the armpits and stuff like that. But that type of thing also made us learn the language quicker because we didn't want anybody to be gossiping about us. What are they saying about me? You know, so that also made us learn. I think in about 3 months, we're so fluent. And yeah, man, you could just say, yeah, my name is Tafadzo, but a vendor, yes. Because you don't want to be explaining, no, Zimbabwe, this and that. So you're just like, you know what? Yeah, I am. And then, yeah, those were the challenges.
I can actually relate so much because I'm Venda, right? And I studied in KZN.
Yeah.
And during the time when I was studying in KZN, there was a lot of xenophobia there. I literally had to learn what this thing is within 3 months of me being in KZN, because as you can see, my complexion is very African and also my accent is very strong. So having to deal with, you know, xenophobic attacks and all that stuff, I had to learn very fast. So I can relate so much. And also when you in Zim, like we are neighbors. Me, I'm from Venda. Limpopo River, we crossed there.
It's very close.
Yeah.
Very close, Kazi, from another mother.
Of course. And apparently Venda's descent from there, the language, you know, Shona and Venda, they're like...
True. I hear it as well without even knowing the language. I'm like, I think I know what she said.
Yeah. So how old were you when you came this side?
Yo, I was in grade 3. I was young. I can only remember the grade. But yeah, it's been years now. It's been years. I think from like 2010 or 2012 or 2011, around there. But it's been like years, almost past 10 years now.
Okay, and then how is life? Let me not say was. How is life?
No, it's great. It's great. I had the coolest of friends. You know, it's been great. I don't want to lie. It can get worse just because in Zim also load shedding, water problems and stuff like that. But this side, I will say it's a little bit better. You know, it's a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe it's all because of the colonization, or whatever, or politics. But yeah, this side, life is a little bit better. You know, they call it the America of Africa for a reason.
My sister, I don't know about that. I've been to Kenya. I feel like South Africa, we should be
humbling yourselves.
We should be humble. You know, I think one of the reasons why we think we are, I don't know how you guys are going to take what I'm going to say, but this is just me and my opinion. The reason why we think we are the creme de la creme of Africa is because we don't want to step outside the South African borders. Therefore, we are ignorant. And you know what they say about ignorance being bliss. And when we see other people coming in, we think they're coming in because it's not everybody who's coming here because of hunger.
True.
Some people really just want to explore. And because we don't want to go out there, we are comfortable. You know, we live comfortably in our situations. So we think that we are better because we don't know better. You know, so me stepping outside, I realized that, it's actually not greener. This side is just that.
It's just home.
Yeah, it's just home, you know. Yeah. So what kind of business are you in? DSTV, what type of thing do you do?
So it was I was DSTV hosting. And it had to do the channel on 173 DSTV Tiny channel. It's the most Pan-African channel ever. It was a show about the top 10 list. It can be top 10 pregnancies, celebrities, or top 10 brand owners, or top 10 celebrities that just recently bought cars, you know, stuff like that. So we would list it from top 1 to top 10. Okay. You know, so all you needed to do was use your camera because it was during lockdown, if I'm not mistaken. And you just shoot your shots. 30 minutes, you hand it in, and then they include it in the TV show. Yes, so that was it. I didn't need to audition or anything. It just came for me, you know, yeah.
Oh, okay, that is amazing. And I'm so happy for you, you know, because I could tell you now you are maybe a decade or so younger than me. So you're really doing well for yourself.
Thank you.
Know? I'm so proud of you. I know I only met you today, but I'm so proud of you. So earlier on, I was having a conversation with a friend, right? And my niece just turned 18. Her name is Pumpkin. And she has a scar here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I inspire her so much. She wants to get a tattoo right here on the scar.
Yeah.
Right? And I want to ask you about that because if you are younger than me and you have, I see quite a few tattoos that you have there.
Yeah.
A lot. Okay, so because I really want her to watch this episode, maybe she'll be inspired, maybe not, because for me it's another story altogether, but it's not about me for today. What inspired you to get, maybe you can just take us through a few that you have on there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So firstly, I don't know about my back.
No, it's fine. You can show us. You can give us a 10. Yeah.
I first had a cross, and I think you can see it covered up. That was back in high school. I think it was in grade 11. And then we have my partner's face. I think it's this side.
Is it that guy?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's my partner's face. I got it in 2022 on the.
Wait, my sister. Wait, just show us the tattoos. Then sit. We need to talk. Then you sit down and talk to me.
Yeah.
Are you capturing the? Yeah, just capture the tattoos and then you will tell us about them, even though we're not looking at them, because I want you to be on the mic. Okay. Hey, that went from 0 to 100 very, very quick, very fast, very, very fast.
So quick.
Hi. Okay. The only bizarre one that I've seen there is your partner's face, and I can see him, and I can see that the artist is really, really good because the face came out exactly the way it is.
Yes.
But you can really just take us through every single one of them that is there.
Oh, and then we have also the universe. Okay. So that whole piece just means he is my universe.
Okay, wait. Let's start from scratch.
Yes.
We have your partner's face.
Yes. And then we have the planets.
Okay.
Which is your Saturn, your moon. It's all in. It's like it's really all there. But it all really represents that he is my universe.
Okay.
That's why he's on the other side. And then I also have this one that I recently got for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
It's his name. It's right here.
Okay.
Yes, and I did also one on my lip, right inside my lip. But it needs to get redone.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can see that.
Yes, but it needs to get redone because, you know, the mouth is always wet, so it can't heal properly. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I have this. Me and my partner both have this. It's a pinky promise that we'll always be together forever.
Okay.
And then this is my mom's name right here, my biological mom.
Okay.
And then I have another one here, which is my mom-in-law's name, Kifilwe. I'm giving him.
Okay.
Yes, so that's just, and then this is just a flower, right here. It doesn't really mean anything. Yeah.
Wait, so you have a mom-in-law, but you have a boyfriend?
Yes. Future mom-in-law.
Oh, it's future. Because I need to be clear.
Yeah.
The future
sure.
mom-in-law. Okay. My sister, what inspired? Like, I need to understand the inspiration. I need to make my boyfriend's day. I think I might change my mind immediately after this episode and go get a tattoo of him, because I already have two. I only have two. What happened? Take me through the day you decided. What happened?
Okay, so it was, I think it was on a weekend, right? And we used to stay in Rustenburg.
Okay.
And I did my tattoo in Pretoria, right? Okay. So it's a distance. So, and as you get there, firstly, before you come and you make your bookings, you pay 50%, which is, I think it was 2.5. And then, so the tattoo probably was like 4,000 or 4.5, I'm not sure. So you pay half the deposit.
Okay.
And then when you make it on time, you get your tattoo done. And then when you're done, you pay the balance. So I got there, I think about 5 minutes late. And they were like, no, we can't do it. You're going to have to book another appointment, pay more money. I was shattered. And my friends were just like, Chomi, maybe it's a sign, maybe God. I'm like, what? Even if God comes himself, I will still do it. So I think about a week later, I went back again. And this was the 5th of June, 2022. And I got it done. It wasn't painful at all. Yeah, man. And I just asked the artist, how many people come to do cover-ups, when things don't work? And then he was just like, oh, yeah, a few, but I've never seen a lady doing her partner's face. It's always those girls coming to do their grandmother's faces, someone who's passed on. So this is very unique. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. So yeah, and then I had to surprise him. He was shocked. He couldn't believe, because it's so trippy. Like, you get to see yourself on another person's face.
Yeah.
So that's just, it's crazy.
Well, the guy that did the tattoo is really, really good, because he did a good job. Why did you decide to have a picture of your boyfriend here?
Firstly, it's because he's my first. He's my first boyfriend, meaning I don't have exes. Hopefully, he's my last.
Okay.
But yeah, I just felt that it was time. I felt that this is the best way I can show how much I love him. This is my way. This is my love language. He loves ink. I love ink. It's our love language, So I was just like, you know what? Let me do it. Let me surprise him. And then it was done. It didn't take a while to think about, because I don't have exes. I don't have history. I don't have scars. By God's grace or luck, whatever it is, but I'm blessed, So I wasn't undecided or anything. I was just like, I want it done. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to speak about your boyfriend as if he's not here, okay? My brother, yeah, it's a good thing he has these things on. So what was his reaction when he saw you with the tattoo of his face?
He was shocked. He was very excited. He couldn't believe it. Because at the end of the day, he would ask himself, why me? Yeah, but that's crazy. And nobody does that, And people also had a lot of questions, especially on at the shop. They also posted the tattoo. A lot of people had a lot to say, but I was like, no, post it, man. I want to be bigger than this. So negativity can't stop me. There's going to be more and more and more, So do what you got to do. It's not about negative comments. I wouldn't even read them, So yeah, they posted it. A lot of people had a lot to say. Oh, what if he leaves you? Oh, what if what? But it's like, if he leaves, he leaves.
Have you guys ever had like a real hearty conversation about the what ifs, or it doesn't matter because you want to live in the now?
Of course, like you do, because we've been together for 7 years now. That's a long time.
Yeah.
We met when I was in grade 11. So Of course, in a period of 7 years, you do think about, oh, what if he leaves? Or, oh, what if Taffy leaves? But I think when it comes to relationship, you just need to show up and stay. Don't show up and stay where you're being abused or where you're not loved or anything. Where you're happy, where everything is good, you're thriving, it's a healthy relationship, show up and stay. It's just that simple. You can't start something and not finish it. I don't respect that. You have to finish it. Whether uthatha washini, do it and finish. Uthatha dikotlolo, do it and finish. You cooking, do it and finish. You cleaning, do it and finish. Don't do things halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did your family react? Like your parents? You said something about having a biological parent. So I'm thinking there's a biological one and a non-biological one.
Yeah. My mom was like, I even have a video of it on my TikTok. I think it's the first video. My mom was like, you guys are serious, nah? And I'm like, yeah.
So she didn't really make a big deal out of it?
No.
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
Okay. Since, the two of you love ink so much, does he have a picture of you?
No. We only have this.
Okay. The only thing that you have that is unique or that is, what do you call it?
Matching tattoos.
Matching.
Yes, it's only this pinky promise thingy right here. And that's it.
Sure.
That's it.
I wish my brother could come and tell me, but it's not about him. Ne? I don't want to put him on the spot. Has it ever crossed your mind, Hore, maybe one day if you woke up and you found, is it something that you desire, to be quite honest? Like I said, we're going to pretend as if he's not here.
Yeah.
To one day wake up and have a tattoo of you on him, would it make a difference? Would it mean anything to you? Like when you check what... Okay, let me not speak for you. What did you, before we get to him, right?
Yeah.
What did you having a tattoo of him, how did that affect your relationship?
It impacted it in a very positive way. Because you just feel like you have arrived. You are home. He's my home. It's a sense of, when you get to breathe and you get home and you put your shoulders down, you take off your shoes, you breathe in and you breathe out. So for me, I was just like, that is what I need for myself. I do know that there's things like death. God forbid that happens, but I wouldn't want that to happen. And I did it so it's permanent. I don't want it temporarily. If I wanted it temporarily, I would have done the temporal ones, you know. So the fact that it's permanent, it's there for a reason. Even if anything happens, I'm not covering it up.
Yeah.
Whoever is coming should take me the way I am. Not that I'll be looking, because I don't see that. But you never know with life,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that has crossed our minds. But, I know this person so well. He's the only person I know, So it's not that I will make... Because I've realized I'm a very good decision maker.
Okay.
So... And when I do make all these decisions in my life, like I know it's for the best. I don't doubt it, not even for a second. I don't ask, Chomi, so what do you think I should do? No, it's all about me and him. Not even my mom should know, so because really, she's not in my shoes. So she can't understand.
Yeah.
So when it comes to relationship things, like we just deal with them together. We don't involve anybody. We don't involve a group. Hey, Chomi, what do you think? Do you think I should leave them? The moment you ask other people outside,
Ne.
yeah.
It should just be between the two of you.
Yeah. Because, like those relationships, it's like cracks on a window. Soon the whole glass will shatter.
Yeah.
You just have pieces to pick up, So, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my original question.
Yes.
About him not having a picture of you.
Yeah.
And yes.
He doesn't have it yet, but he will get it. It's just a matter of money. Because as I told you, just his face was 4.5.
Okay.
So all these things is money, but yes, he will put my name or whatever he wants to put. But
I wanted to get to that actually to say, how did you guys get to that conclusion? Is it because you have a face of him on you, so he should have the same?
No.
Or how did you get to that?
Yeah, so I did it personally for me. and he just happens to be the face.
Okay.
He just happens to be the face on my bag. But I did it for me, especially not for anybody else. But with him, I told him, you don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Actually, you've been in a couple of relationships before, you have scars. And I did it for me. Whether you want to put my name or not, like, I never think about it. My heart doesn't skip a bit. No. So whether he does it or not,
It doesn't matter.
it's good. It's fun. It's amazing.
Okay. Of course, you would love it if he did it.
Yeah.
You'd be happy the same way that you are happy, because I get now you're saying that you having a tattoo of him really did pull you guys closer together,
Hell
right?
yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm not as brave as you. I am brave enough. I have a lion and a crown here.
It's beautiful.
But I'm not that brave, to get anybody else's picture on me. But I am inspired, right? Like I said initially, that my niece is 18. She wants a tattoo. Ne? I think out of all the tattoos that you have, the one that really stands out, I mean, even if I don't have to say it, we all know that the one that stands out is the one of your boyfriend, right?
Yes.
What would you say to her today if she wanted to get a tattoo of her boyfriend?
All right. So I would just ask why.
Okay.
The why is very important. And why now? Also the timing. But I think it's a little bit too early, just because I think when you're in varsity, that's when you can get to do all that you want. We understand that you matured, you can take any challenges and all those things. So for me, it will have to do with how has she behaving from high school, all the process, because you have rebellious kids that have 4 to 5 cover-ups of their boyfriends. It's like, what's happening with you? But if it's a child who has never had many partners, only showed you one partner as a mom, actually with Sfiso, John, Michael, you're like, okay, you can do it because you've never disappointed me in the past. You've never drank to black out to a point where you might get raped. You are a good child. So you know what? You can do it. Live your life.
The tricky part, that's just, I'm thinking about it as you are answering me right now, to say, you could really be a good child. Like my niece Pumpkin is really a good child. She's my niece. There's no way she's not going to have her eyes wide open.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? But I always say that God owns the heart of a man, meaning that we may be together, or she might be together with her boyfriend or whatever, and she really wants to be well behaved, because I'm telling you now, you're an inspiration to a lot of people. I wish I had only one. You understand?
Yeah.
But life didn't go that direction. It decided to go the other direction. So guys, I have a body count, okay? Don't judge me.
It is what it is. You've grown.
Yeah. So what would you say qualifies? I don't know, man. My English is not Englishing today, guys. Ne? Because I want to ask Ore, what gives that stamp according to you, right? Because trust me, you are an inspiration.
Yeah.
To say this is a well-behaved child, because in as much as I believe you were here when we were recording with our previous guest, right?
Yes.
And she was probably around your age when she started dating this guy. And like I said, that I do believe that God owns the heart of a man or a woman.
Yes.
You can never really be 100% sure, especially in the beginning, where this thing is going, right? What would you say when it's a stamp, Yahori, this is a well-behaved person, and what are the building blocks for that? Because, hey, I don't know.
So you can, be a better parent, a better aunt,
Yeah,
better cousin,
so that my kid can turn out like you.
Yes.
Yes.
I love my grandmother so much. And my grandmother always said, Hore, keep this private thing of yours, stretch it for as long as you can, for as long as you can until you can't. Because the moment you let someone in, there's a lot now going on. After that person, there's going to be another. After now, it just becomes a pattern and a pattern. And it shouldn't be that way, Apart from spiritual things, also scientifically, like, their DNA stays in your bone marrow, and that's deep. That it becomes you, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, I've always listened to my grandmother when she spoke, and I took my time. You know, matric dance, grade 7. I remember my teacher was like, "Why not Taffy? Who's your date?" I'm like, "I don't have." And he's like, "Why was I jolly?" I'm like, "Oh, well, this teacher, such a bad advice. What do you mean?" You know, so I didn't want to get into this relationship things without knowing what it is. So for me, just listen to elders.
Yeah.
Elders like you. Anybody that's really older than you is your elder,
Yeah.
you know. So listen to them before you dismiss. Whether you take the advice or not, it's to your choosing. But just take the advice, because we, the young kids, my 98, my 2000, we it's just like, boko goba bora, it's a vibe. But she walked that path as well. You know, instead of doing the same mistakes, you can avoid. Avoid those mistakes. So for me, just listening to when your parents speak, and you see her, no, Wanaga, she's not coming back at night. Even though she leaves, she calls, Mama, kiko kai. So learn now you're at peace wherever you at, you know. So you see those things from a very early age, whether my child is a good person or a bad person. You know, you see it very quick. But I believe as a parent, like, you're doing your best. Whatever you're doing, you should be doing that. You're not making any mistakes. It's your path and your daughter's path. So don't worry about making mistakes, man. You being a parent for the first time, you living this life for the first time, you know. So just, it's not too deep, it's not too worrisome, it's not uniform, you know. And relationships have no formula, so you just gotta do what works for you. So the stamp really, you as the parent, you know, my child, if anything happens, I have equipped her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate this advice, guys. I'm so stressed. That 18-year-old is stressing me out. You know, I trust her and I trust her to make decisions for herself in my absence. But, you know, from time to time, you'll be like, okay, what surprise is coming? You know, so I really, you know, you can never be overly prepared. But one thing for sure, there's a lot of guys who are really envious of my brother sitting over there, because how many guys in the world of the South Africa have their girlfriends having their... Not even their name, guys. Do you understand the situation at hand? It's not a name which is tattooed on the back, at the back. Ne? It's a face. You understand? The flex, the envy. If I was a boy, I was going to be very envious. So I'm really interested and I'm curious to know what is so special about him, with you being the one person that, you know, you took your time to get into the dating game, and you until you get to a point where you have a tattoo of your boyfriend's face on your back. I want you to take me through the relationship. Like, guys, I want to eat popcorn. Don't you have popcorn? Rom-com nyana.
So about what really happened from back then for him to end up on my back, right?
Yes.
So I was just walking down from school. I was in grade 11. I think I had failed maths. Ibila, I had no shoes on. Like, that's how, because my mom and dad are both teachers. So wherever we go to school, they are there. So also you have to behave. You can't be seen kissing corners, what. Like, anything unnecessary, anything weird, you can't do that, you know. So I was just walking down from school and my mom had already went home and I was playing tennis. So when I see this guy walking, he's on the other way, because it's a highway, you know. And I'm like, this guy is cute. And I'm like, hey, play hard to get. You can't act desperate, you know. And then I crossed the road to try to avoid him, and he crossed the road too. I'm like, this guy, hey, let's hear it. Then he's just like, hi, can I be your friend? I'm like, I have enough friends. What do you mean? He's like, no, can I have your number? And I didn't even have a phone. I had to give him like my mom's number. Okay, since you insist, sir, let me just give you my mom's number. We started chatting from there, and then boom. 7 years later, we're here.
Hi, my sister, you are depriving us. Like, you're really just going shoop. Like, you're going just to touch base, ne? I really want to know. Obviously, it's going to be according to you, because, I mean, my brother has had other people before who didn't see him the way that you saw him. So I would love to see him through your eyes. You understand?
Yeah.
That got him to be right here on your back. But before we get to that, just remember that this episode is sponsored by Hydro Quench. Yibathu. They're keeping us hydrated, ne? And also, my dress is sponsored by Crowned Lioness. The way I love them, I even have their logo here tattooed on my hand, the same way as my sister. She loves her boyfriend so much, she has him tattooed right here. And also, we are shooting at our home, which we will only be removed by a ganda. You understand? A TLB will remove us from this place. Sen Studios. We really appreciate you guys. Ndibuti and Pastor Bay. Yeah, so I want you to just really take me through. I want to be a fly, you know? Okay, obviously, please, under 18, no, guys. I just want to know. Like, I'm really curious, you know?
Yeah.
Because I would like to believe that, you know, there's a movie called Lucky Charm or something like that, where that guy used to be such a magnet and every time he dates somebody, things would just go well for them. Date somebody. I want to understand, is my brother a lucky charm, or you're the one who's just lucky with him, or you guys are just, the two of you together just made this whole thing work? Like, I really want to understand.
Yeah. Hey, who has the charm? I really don't know, because really it takes two people to decide to be together. If one says, "I fuck it," then it's it's done, you know. So, I've never really had any problems in my relationship because I didn't include anybody outside, whether it's my mom or it's my granny I love dearly. I've never included them. Just because this is my journey, you know, I decide to be selfish because I'm like, no, you guys dated as well. You had your thing, you know, granny and grandmother are still together. They're my inspiration, you know. But I was just like, this is a path I need to walk alone, and I need to make my own decisions as young as I was. So it never was a thing of, I hope Hassan Rati when I'm big, because now I'm young and I'm skinny. Oh, I just hope this won't last and stuff like that. I just really believed, you know, because also it has to do with what you usually speak. You know, the tongue is very powerful. It can be manifestation for Christians. It can be the law of attraction for scientists. But that thing really works of speaking positivity in your life, that I'm beautiful, I'm great. Because when you walk around saying, oh, men are trash, you are inviting all of them to come. You know, oh, women are gold diggers, you are inviting all the gold diggers out there. You know, so the moment you begin to speak and attract the positive just flows your way. You know, it's not really a maths problem, you know, something you have to study for long. No. It's in you. You know, Christians say we were made from God. You are God because you made with the ingredient. Yeah, God, because before he was there was nothing. You know, so you just have to move knowing this is my path, really. So with my relationship, we're cruising nicely.
I'm so inspired. I really am inspired, and I feel like you need to. I don't know whether you should write a book or what, because there's a lot that we can learn. You know, from your relationship, and I'm just curious to know, Hore, have you guys ever faced any challenges?
Yeah, I mean, challenges like wedding. What will people say? Basotini, you know. Because we are young, whether we get married or not, it's not necessary. If we do get married, we're really doing it for the elders. It's not like thing of, kidumila ring, because the ring is not the marriage. You know, the marriage is the time between two people where you sleep, where you wake up together. You know, so for us, it's just, we love it, but for our parents, it's just, that's the pressure. When are you getting married? Hey, manyalo. Hey, what? Like, so it's so many things that is just stressful to us, but we just keep telling them it will happen with time. With time, it will happen, you know. So that is the biggest challenge we've had, because it's from both families. And we love and we respect our parents so much, you know. We want to make them happy, you know. So that has been the hardest challenge. I won't lie. That has been.
Would you say that the two of you together can, or have you been in situations where you maybe advise other people, inspire other people, give tips, relationship advice, nyana?
Yeah, I do, especially on live, when I go on my live and hold different topics like girlfriend allowance, those hot triggering topics, you know. Just, I do give them the advice like, relationships do differ. You know, other people are at wife allowance. You are at girlfriend allowance. Other people are at zero allowance. So this relationship, it's like building a house. There's levels to it. You know, so you don't need to rush or say, just because my friend is getting girlfriend allowance, I need it too. Because also the person that's giving needs to offer. Because that's another child's sweat.
Okay.
That's another child's money. So you just do what you do, love to your fullest, give 100%, don't give 50. Please give 100% so your partner can also give 100%, and you know.
Do you know the saying "indoda must"?
Eish, I society.
I want to know your take. What is your take on "indoda must"?
I say not one shoe can't fit all. And when it comes to your partner, like, they're different, you know. I've never had to work ever, but other people have to work. And I respect everybody's hustle. I respect everybody's degrees, you know. But the fact that you wake up every morning to listen to a boss tell you what to do and this and that, we applaud that. But I've never had to do that.
Okay.
Just because he's been that person to be like, I can get my person to work. I can get my person, the boss, to be like, if when I number yako, and then you don't give him, and then he starts giving you overload of work, all these things, getting a sunburn. My person was like, no, I will work for the both of us. You don't have to do all these things. And I was like, perfect. I will run my brand.
You will run your brand. Tell us a little bit more about your brand.
So this is Taffy Aesthetic Beauty.
Let me help you there. There you go.
So this is Taffy Aesthetic Beauty. It's also on Instagram. My Instagram handle for the business is Taffy Organic Shea Butter, right? It's 100% organic. It's made from shea butter from West Africa. And it's a 250 ml for 200 rand. There isn't any chemicals or perfumes added in it, meaning there's no long-term side effects, your eczema, you know. So it just gives you a natural glow. It's not bleach or anything. Also, you can use it to massage your skin. You know, if your man is a bodybuilder, comes with aching muscles, you massage, you know, to spread the amino acid, you know, around. So yeah, this is the brand. You use it both for your hair and your skin. You know, why buy two when you can get one that does both, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
It's I registered the business in 2018 after matric. So it's been years.
And how has it been going?
It's been going great. I get a lot of positive outcomes, especially for hairline loss. You know, it softened children's hair so much to a point where you're combing their hair and it's just easy. You know, so it's the results have been positive online.
So you being in this business, doesn't it then affect your relationship in a sense that, you know, you're not supposed to be working, right? You're supposed to be a princess.
Ish. This is my side thing. You know that money that girls put on the side,
yes,
and spoil their babes for Valentine. It's for that. And it's just really my passion since I was in matric, and I just had the action to go do it, put it in containers, put the branding and everything. So it took work to it. So it's like my little baby. You know, I'm so patient with it. Even if it thrives after 50 years, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy and I'm very at peace.
It's your legacy.
Yes.
Speaking of legacies, and family pressures and all that stuff, weren't you ever cornered in a position where you need to now make a baby?
No, not at all.
They don't.
Not at all.
You know what? You're blessed. You're living in a generation that is so woke, unlike the rest of us.
But they won't bring it before the marriage, you know.
Okay.
I think it's that also, you know. They can't bring, when are you having kids before the marriage? So I just think they're just taking their time, you know, because you can run into marriage and get divorced after a year, after 2 weeks. You know, these things happen because the marriage is not the flowers, it's not the cake, because all those things dry up.
Yeah.
It becomes silent. You know, the marriage is you living together in the same space.
Yeah.
Can you tolerate each other? Because it's really easy to get someone, but to keep them, yeah.
You have to put in the work.
It's not easy. You have to put in the work, you know. You have to put in the work.
So, in your families, do you have people that have been through, you know, tough times, divorces, or relationships that have worked out? Because I know you just said earlier on that your grandparents are still together.
Yes.
And, you know, we always speak openly about the beautiful things, but we never really speak much about the unfortunate marriages which happen. You know, people get married and they get divorced. Have you ever had people like that around you? And what are the lessons that you learn from both sides, the good and the bad?
Yeah. So from people that have had failed relationships, I would say, right? To be fair, because I've never had any failed relationship.
Sure.
So their first instinct, utloshia, love spell, korobela, all those things.
Who did the korobela? You?
No, of course.
Oh.
Because Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe, where it's strong.
Yes.
You know, so people do say that. A lot of people also just say, no, when you love little. I'm like, what are you saying? Yeah, love hanyani, chomi. What if I'll disappoint? You know, things like that. But people who have been broken, you can hear from their mouth that this person, I think they're now speaking to themselves because they're broken. You know, just like the Uber driver that took me home recently because I had went out. He was venting and I was just like, Shem, my brother, you can vent. He was talking about, wako kai, I must marry her. Oh, wako Silver Lake seats on ticketing. So many. And I was just thinking, does he think it's a flex? You know, because you are a grown man in your 40s still talking about hopping. It's very sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad. So for me, I was just like, oh, he can vent, but hey, relationships out there,
they're hectic,
very.
It can never really be a one size fits all. So would you say that you know, there are good, I believe that, you know what, I always say that love between two people should be like a foreign language to the next person, meaning that only the two of you should understand the language that yours. It's the same thing as if you're a Bible believing Christian.
Yeah.
The relationship between you and God is a personal one. True. Meaning that not even your partner should understand your routine or your understanding of God. It should be a love letter or a love language that is only understood by the two of you. So, excuse me, I believe in the same thing even in relationships, you know, and with everybody or with people in general, just sharing their what ifs, because there's a lot. I mean, I don't even want to lie, sis.
Yeah.
When I saw, I'm like, oh my gosh,
It's going down.
No, not even it's going down.
Yeah.
What if?
Yeah.
I feel like in as much as it's not everybody who's going to say it straight up,
True.
somewhere,
Of course.
like, okay, my sister.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because there are so many things that we do in relationships and we are certain, you know, we tie a lot of things.
Yeah.
And some do work out and some don't work out. In terms of the inspiration around you, I want to go back to that, because remember I said in as much as it's a love language between two people, or it's a love letter.
Yeah.
It's like it's French. Not everybody understands it, only the two of you. Would you still say that you take inspiration from other people, or it's just your own thing? We don't want previous experience. We don't want any 2 cents. We want nothing.
Yeah, it's a thing of being selfish, that this is my relationship and I will run it how I want to run it. You know, it's my life. Taffy only has one fingerprint, you know, so I do it my way. I don't take the only inspiration I take is my grandmother and grandfather. They've been together for a while, and only time tells, you know, when it comes to two people and their union. But I've seen that there's something so powerful when two people decide to be together forever. You know, money-wise, business, family, the home runs well, wealth, you know, you're not spending it on side chick number 3, 4, 5, you know. So I've seen that when it comes to really beautiful homes, there's a strong man and a strong woman behind it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but Zalwane, I don't mean to bore you or anything like that, but you know I'm a Mzalwane at heart. So I strongly believe in women being, if you're Mzalwane like me, right, you're supposed to be submissive, right? And I'm always against us submitting under just anything, Jay. I do believe that as a woman, you submit under a vision, right? So I really want to know, with you as an individual, I can really, you know what, I really love, and I appreciate the way you're able to express the love that you have for your boyfriend. And from where he's seated, I can tell you now that man loves you, right? If I were to say to you, where do you see Tefi in 10 years? Without even having to include him, does it even make sense to you, or is it foreign that you have to think about you 10 years without including him, or does he have to be included?
I can give you two answers.
Okay.
We can include him or exclude him, but Taffy
I appreciate both.
Yes, but Taffy will always have her own life. If I wasn't with him, I think I would be the type of person to travel. I'll be the type of person to travel a lot. I would be the type of person to still just have few friends, one, two, nothing hectic,
Yeah.
Friends come and go. But I would still be the same person, but I'm just not sure if I would still be in this country because, as I said, I would love to travel, so I would still have my own thing, run my own business, and just do me. Maybe I would have a John, a Michael, a white man. You never know,
Yeah.
So, yeah. But with him in my life right now, like everything is just so clear, so clear and bright. And in 10 years from now, probably we'll have kids, children, a lot of children.
How many?
Maybe like 8.
My sister.
If I can, if God allows.
I know,
because
God, from your mouth to God's ear.
Please, because I just love, a home filled with children. I'm not a friends type of person to invite people to my home. I've never done that. But I would love for it to be filled with children, grandchildren. Christmas, they must all come. We have a sleepover. I cook my famous meals. They eat, they finish their plates. Just a simple life, a simple life, not living above your means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
Yes, I do.
How many?
2.
Okay. And how was that like growing up with siblings? 'Cause I have siblings and I have middle child issues, man. I had a lot of healing to do from things that they were not even supposed to be hurting me. But as a child, that tender age between 7 and 10, that's where we pick up a lot of things and whatnot. So I had a lot that I had to heal from that affected me, even in relationships when I was older. Do you have how was that like growing up? Because I do believe that I would love to have like 5 kids, right? The only thing that's standing between me and my 5 kids is the money.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
It's true.
Yes. So what is that one thing that you would say you want to have so many kids? Because usually people who were alone, who grew up alone, just one child, that's when they would want to have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
What is that inspiration for you?
I'm a family person, and I don't believe in making any type of friends, whether it's church or science conference or anything like that, because I'm grown, I'm 25 now, and I've seen my friends come and go. And also when you do these things for your friends and it's their birthday and you buy them something, you think, oh, maybe when it's mine, she'll get me a stock sweet. Nix. It doesn't happen. And you realize, no, man, maybe they think I'm a fool now or whatever they think, or they think I don't care, so I'm just the type of person who puts family first. Says that it told me it's just, for me, it's noise, honestly, because they do really come and go. And not everybody is for you, sure. And everybody has their own different intentions. And only time tells. That's why you then realize when it comes to friendships, because they will make you cry. I will say that. I've personally cried, and people are like, "Why are you crying? I'm like, no, it's friends making you cry. You're like, I can't do that, So I've just been a family type of person. I want my kids will be my friends. That's why I need a lot. Dogs, cats. Let it be filled. Let it be filled. Let it be a joyful place. Let it not be quiet. Yeah. So that's why.
I can tell you one thing now. When I got married, I was your age, right? And I I was 100% sure that it was going to work out, right? And I do believe that there are so many people out there who have gotten married at the same age that I got married, and it worked out, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I really want you to. I know you're already there. I know I don't have to say it to you, but I'll say it anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like you really have to keep it at that,
Yeah.
where you feel like, you know what I'm doing right now in this season of my life, it feels right. It feels like it is best. And if you live in the moment, then you don't have to worry about what ifs. Because the reason why I'm saying that I also got married when I was 25 is that I need you to understand that I didn't think about tomorrow. I didn't think about what ifs, whether it's going to work out or not. And also, with the decisions and the choices that you've made for yourself, people are still going to question. There are people who said in the beginning of the marriage that, well, this one is not going to work out.
Yeah.
And I said, they don't get to decide. So even with you, with so many people who would come and say, hey, but what if, what this, what that, they don't get to be the ones that decide. But I think the most important thing would be you being aware.
Yeah.
You just be aware and be okay with the decisions that you made, and you know that you're content, and that is the most important thing, you being content with the decisions that you've made.
True.
And guys, we haven't had people who've like, you're a special case. No?
I like being special.
Yeah, no, listen, nobody should shine on your shine. You should shine, all right?
Yeah.
We've never had, because I usually do live podcasting on Losing in Love. I have another podcast called Losing in Love, where people share their stories. Usually it's people who share just lessons learned on their failures and all that stuff, right? So I've never had anybody who has shared a story about having a tattoo of their partner and just being so, because that thing really does stand out. It really shows how brave you are as a person, and I am curious now. I think we're going to take it from the safe space chats to Losing in Love, and listen to people coming in to share whether they have had their experiences, because I really want to know if
for sure.
Yeah, because I'm so curious.
Yeah, we need to know.
We need to know.
Yeah.
But I doubt we're going to have a lot of people who would come forward and share, either because it's highly unlikely. Hey guys, the English is not Englishing, ne?
No, we get you.
No, I'm so shocked.
No, it's okay.
It's not a lot of people who would really just go out there and do a picture of their boyfriend.
Yeah.
That is why we won't have a lot of people coming forward saying, okay, this is my experience. But with your experience alone, unique as it is, listen, take it and run. I think Kanye is the one who is the problem. Yeah. Kanye is the problem, ne? Kanye says that we must remind you guys that this episode was sponsored by Hydro Quench that are supplying us with the water. A big shout out to them, and also a big shout out to Crown Liners for dressing me up. A big shout out to Send Studio, our home, for hosting us like forever and ever. And the makeup. The makeup. Hey, Bazalwan. Kana sometimes I do my own things. Ne? I'm a queen of DIY. I do my own makeup. I do my own dresses. I do my own hair. You know what? I just do my thing. So yeah, thank you to all those sponsors. We really appreciate you. In closing, my darling, I don't want this to end, and I don't even know what to ask.
No, you're doing great.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I feel like within like the first 10 minutes, we're like, okay, 0-100, we already know that unique story that we have.
True.
But in closing, what would be the thing that you would like for people to learn from you, and also from this podcast? Like, I really want to know, Hore, what do you want to spread?
Well, I just want to spread the love and tell everybody that's out there that love is real and love is there, and it all starts with speaking what you say to yourself, And I also want to be remembered for a person that was kind to herself, kind to her soul, gentle to herself. Whenever you drop a glass of water, you can't be like, "I went out." No, you cannot speak like that over yourself, So I want to be remembered for being gentle, for being loving, for being understanding, and yeah. That's just really it. That's what I want to be remembered for, and just coming here to share that love, you can find it. Love has no age, love has no gender, love has no skin color, but it's really out there. And perfection is subjective. What's perfect for me might not be perfect for you. Therefore, there is a perfect person for each and every one of us.
True. Yeah. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming through to share with us. Yeah, guys, at home, I'm actually very much inspired, guys. I believe in, all of a sudden, I believe in love. And I believe I'm going to find that understanding person that I am going to do this forever with, okay? I really want to say thank you so much for coming through. And for everybody watching this until the very end, I love you so much. God bless you. Mwah.
Thank you.